Welcome JMCB Learning. Okay children, today I am going to teach you about fractions. I think when in grade 6 also you have learned about the fractions. Okay, now I am going to teach you from the beginning. Okay, now what do you know about the fraction? Do you know the definition of fraction? Okay, fraction means part of a whole. Fraction means what? Part of a whole. Now look at this. Now can you see this one? This is a whole one. What is this? This is a whole one. Now I want to divide this into 4 equal parts. I want to divide this into 4 equal parts. Okay, now I am going to divide it. Okay children, now I am going to divide this into 4 equal parts. Okay. Can you see this? Okay. Now this one I have divided into 4 equal parts. Now I want to take one part from this. Now I am going to take out one part from this paper. Okay. Can you see this? Okay, now there was a whole one. I take one paper out. How can I tell about this part? Okay, I want to write this part as a fraction. Okay, now we'll see. This is the whole one. What is this? Whole one. This is a whole, full one. And I wanted to divide it into 4 equal parts. I wanted it to divide into 4 equal parts. And I take one part out. Okay. You can see this now. So how can we write that part as a fraction? How can I write that as a fraction? For that, you want to write the total number of parts. How many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 parts are there. Okay. And I have taken one part. So I can call that one as 1 out of 4 or 1/4 or 1 upon 4. Okay children. Okay. Now it means, now you know what is mean fraction? Part of a whole. Part of a whole we known as fraction. Okay children. Okay. Now after that, when we talk about the fraction, there are different types of fractions. You have to know about these different types of fractions. I think already you have learnt about those things. Okay. Now I am going to teach about those 4 types of fractions. Okay. Now fraction. Okay. Now I told you there are 4 types of fractions. How many types are there? 4 types of fractions. Okay. Now I want to divide this into 4 parts. No. I want to divide this into 4 parts. Okay. Now let's discuss about one by one. First I will start from unit fraction. First I am going to teach about unit fractions. Okay. Now before that, you want to know, when we talk about the fraction, mainly fraction has 2 parts. Mainly fraction has 2 parts. You have learned them in grade 6 also. What are they? Denominator and the numerator. Down one denominator, up one numerator. Okay children. Now when we talk about the unit fraction, it means this all the fraction we divide according to this denominator and the numerator. We all the fraction according to this numerator and the denominator. When we talk about the unit fraction, when you talk about this unit mean 1. Okay. when we talk about this unit fraction, that always that numerator must be 1. When we talk about this unit fraction, numerator must be 1. But denominator can change, but always numerator must be 1. For example, 2 and I wrote 2 as a denominator, 1 is the numerator. So we can call that one as 1 out of 2, and 1. We can call this one 1 out of 25. How can we read this type of one? 1 out of 185. Like this, those things are example for unit fractions. Are you clear about the unit fraction, children? Okay. The special thing is always numerator must be 1. Okay. Now I am going to teach you about proper fraction. Okay. Unit fraction. This is the first one. Now I am going to teach about the second one. Proper fraction. Proper. Okay. Now proper. Okay. Now children, you know that when we talk about proper mean, now you know fraction has two parts, the denominator and the numerator. Denominator is the down one, numerator is the upper one. When we talk about the proper fraction, always denominator is bigger than numerator. It means if we write like this denominator is bigger than numerator. Always down number is bigger than up number. Denominator is bigger than numerator. Okay. Now for an example, 2 out of 1. Oh, you can tell this is a unit fraction. No. 1 out of 2 we can take as proper fraction also. Why? Because denominator is bigger than numerator. And we can get like this also. 2 out of 5, because 5 is bigger than 2. So this one also proper fraction. 3 out of 7. 3 is smaller than 7. It means denominator is bigger than numerator. So this one also we can take as proper fraction. Are you clear, children? Okay. Now I am going to teach you about the third type. What is the third one? Improper fraction. Proper after improper. We are going to talk about improper fraction. Okay. Now tell me, how can we find the improper fraction? How can we find the improper fraction? Okay. Improper fraction, that when we talk about the denominator and numerator, this numerator is bigger than the denominator. If the numerator is bigger than denominator, we can call them one as improper fraction. It means if we write like this numerator is bigger than denominator. So we can call that one as improper fraction. Okay, now we have to write some examples for that now. It means this upper one must be big than the, it means this one must be bigger than this down one. For example, 5, 2. How can we read this? 5 out of 2. Now look at this. This numerator is bigger than denominator. So we can call that one as improper fraction. 8 out of 3. Look at this. This 8 is bigger than 3. Numerator is bigger than denominator. So we can call that one as improper fraction. Are you clear? Okay. Now last one. Fourth one. What is that? Unit fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction. Can you tell it? Okay, fourth one is mixed number. What is the fourth one? Mixed number. When you heard about the mixed number, what do you feel? Okay, but this one also one type of fraction. The special thing is this mixed number, it has two parts, whole number part and the fractional part. Mixed number has two parts, whole number part and the fractional part. It means we can write like this. This W denote for whole number and after that fractional part. This one shows the fractional part. Are you clear, children? Mixed number has two parts, whole number. This W mean whole number part. Whole number and the fractional part. For example, we can write like this. 2. 2 is the whole number. And like this. 2, 1 out of 2. 2 and half. We can call that one as 2 and half. Or else we can like this. 5. 5 1/4 of 5 quarter. No, we can write 5 1/4 of 5 quarter. I think you are very clear about the four types of fraction. Are you clear, children? Fraction we can divide into four parts: unit fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction and the mixed number. Okay, and when we talk about the mixed number, I told you it has the fractional part. No, this fractional part must be it's a proper fraction. This fractional part is a type of proper fraction. Are you clear, children? I think you are very clear about those things. Okay, now after that we are going to learn about how to convert proper fraction into mixed number, and after that we want to convert mixed number into improper fraction. Okay, now we are going to learn about representing a mixed number as an improper fraction. It means we can convert mixed number into improper fraction. Okay, children, we can convert mixed number. We can convert mixed number into improper fraction. Okay. Now we are going to learn how to do that. Okay. Now we have to find a mixed number. 3 1/2. 3 1/2 or 3 1 out of 2. So we want to convert this into improper fraction. We want to convert this into improper fraction. Okay. First you want to identify these parts. First you want to identify these parts. What is this part? You have to identify these parts first, no? Okay. Now this one we can call as, what is this? Denominator. This is the denominator, whole number and the numerator. First you want to identify these three parts. Okay. Now after that, now we are going to convert this into improper fraction. Okay. Now you cannot change the denominator. Okay. You have to keep the denominator, and to get the numerator you have to multiply this denominator and whole number together. Okay, first you want to multiply denominator and whole number together. Okay, children, you want to multiply denominator and whole number together, and after that you want to add numerator to it. Okay, after that you want to add numerator for that. Are you clear? It means, again I will explain it. You cannot change the denominator. First you have to write the denominator down. After that, to find the numerator, you want to multiply denominator and whole number together. This denominator and whole number want to multiply together. And after that, you want to add numerator for that. After that, you want to add numerator for that. Okay, now we'll apply this method for this sum. Okay, denominator is 2. After that, you want to multiply denominator and whole number together. 2 times 3. Okay, children, denominator want to multiply by whole number. 2 times 3, 6. No, okay, after that you can get the answer as 6. After that, for that answer you have to add numerator. What is the value of the numerator? 1. Okay, so you have to do like this. Numerator, denominator is 2. 2 times 3, 6. 6 plus 1. What is the answer? 6 plus 1, 7. Okay, then what is the answer, children? 7 out of 2. It means this 3 out of 3, 1 half we can write as 7 out of 2. Are you clear, children? 3 half we can write as 7 out of 2. Okay, children, now I am going to do another 2 examples. Five quarter. 5 and quarter. Okay, now how to convert this? Do you want to change the denominator? No, you want to use 4 as the denominator. To find the numerator, you want to multiply denominator with whole number, and after that you have to add numerator for that. No, okay, now what's the denominator? 4 times 5, 20. Okay, 20 plus 1. After that you want to add 1 to that 20. No, so 20 plus 1, 21. What is the answer then? 21 out of 4. Are you clear? Okay, I think now we are very clear about this mixed number and the improper one. Are you clear? Okay, now I will give some sums to solve. Okay, now you have to solve it quickly. Okay, now you want to represent these mixed numbers as an improper fraction. Okay, I'll give some times to do this. Okay, quickly start to do this. Okay, children, I think now you all have finished this. No, okay, now I'm going to teach those things. Okay, now you can check your answers. First, now what is this number? 7 and half, or 7 and 1 out of 2. We can call that one as 7 and 1 out of 2. Now we are going to convert this into improper fraction. Okay, so can you change the denominator? No, you cannot change the denominator. Now we are going to find the numerator. No, okay, so then you want to multiply denominator and the whole number together, and after that you want to add numerator for that. Okay, now 2. 7 times 2 times 7, or 7 times 2. What is the answer? 2 times 7, 14. 2 times 7, 14, and you have to add 1 for that 14. Okay, so what is the answer? 14 plus 1, 15. The answer is 15 out of 2. It means 7 and half, 7 and 1 out of 2 we can write as 15 out of 2. Are you clear? Okay, now you can check whether your answers are correct or not. Okay, you have to make these things. Okay, after that 8 and 1/3. 8 and 1/3, or 8 and 1 out of 3. Okay, children, now you no need to change the denominator, and after that denominator and whole number must multiply together, and after that you have to add that numerator. Denominator is 3. 3 times 8, or 8 times 3. What is the answer? 3 times 8, 24. 24 plus 1, 25. The answer is what? 25 out of 3. 25 out of 3. Okay, now next one. 5. Always you want to keep this in your mind. You cannot change the denominator. Always the denominators are same in mixed number and the improper fraction. Okay. Now you want to multiply this 5 by 4. You want to multiply this 5 by 4 and after that you want to add 2 for that. Okay. Now we are going to get the answer for that. 5 times 4, 20. 5 times 4, 20. After that you want to add 2 for that 20. What is the answer then? 22. The answer is 22 out of 5. Okay children? Okay. Now fourth one. 7. Denominator is 7. After that 7 want to multiply by 2. Why? Denominator want to multiply by whole number. No? After that you want to add whole numerator for that. Okay. Now in here 7 times 2 14. 14 plus 1. What is the answer? 15. 7 out of 15. Okay. Then this one. 10 and 2 out of 3. 10 and 2 out of 3. 3. And after that 10 want to multiply by 3. And want to add 2 for that. 10 want to multiply by 3 and after that you have to add 2 for that. So 3. 10 times 3, 30. 30 plus 2. What is the answer then? 32 out of 3. Are you clear? Okay, now you can check your knowledge. I think you have done those things correctly. Okay, children. Now I am going to teach you about. Now after that we are going to write improper fraction as a mixed number. Okay, now get ready for that. Okay, now expressing an improper fraction as a mixed number. It means if they give improper fraction, now we want to convert it into mixed number. Okay, now look at this. Okay, 22 out of 7. 22 out of 7. Now what is this? This is an improper fraction. This is an improper fraction. How can we identify that one as improper fraction? Because this numerator is bigger than denominator. So we can identify this one as a improper fraction. Okay children, now we want to convert this into mixed number. Okay, now I am going to teach you how to do that. Okay, so first you want to divide this 22 by 7. You want to divide this 22 by 7. Okay, now we can use long division method for that. 22 divided by 7. Now you know, are there any 7s in 2? No. So you can take 22 whole number, that they haven't any 7s in 2, no, so you can take 22. How many 7s in 22? How many 7s in 22? Okay, now you have to know about the multiplication table. No? 7 times 1, 7. 7 times 2, 14. 7 times 3, 21. 7 times 4, 28. Now we can get what? 21, no? Because that is the nearest number. No? So 7 times 3. No, it means there are 3 7s in 22. Okay, 3 times 7, 21. Okay, 3 times 7, 21. So you have to subtract 21 from 22. Then what is the answer? 1. Remaining 1. Okay, so this is the denominator. No, this is the denominator and this is the answer. No, Answer means this is the whole number. No, this is the answer and this is the whole number. And this is the remainder. This is the remainder or balance. Okay, we can call balance or the remainder. Now we have to use these three numbers to write as mixed number. We have to use these 3, 7 and 1 to write as mixed number. Okay, now 22 divided by 7. Okay, now can you see this answer? Okay, this is the whole number. This is the whole number. Now in here, earlier when I talk about the mixed number, I told we cannot change this denominator. So you have to change this denominator. It means 7 is the denominator. We cannot change this. The remainder one we want to use as numerator. The remaining one, the balance, we have to use as numerator. Now like that we can convert improper fraction into mixed number. Are you clear, children? Okay, I think this is very easy method. You can do more exercises to practice this thing. Okay, now I will take another example. I will take another one. 14 out of 5. Now this is an improper fraction. How can we identify that? Because numerator is bigger than denominator. So we can identify this one as what? Improper fraction. Okay, now in here now we want to convert this one into mixed number. No? So you have to use the same method. It means this 14 want to divide by 5. How many 5s in 14? I think already you know about the 5 times table. No? 5 times 1 5, 5 times 2 10, 5 times 3 15, like that. Okay, now what is the nearest one? You want to get the smaller one. No? So 5 times 2 10. Okay, so you have to take what? How many 5s in 14? There are 2 5s in 14. Okay, so 2 times 5 10. 2 times 5 10. You have to subtract 10 from 14. What is the answer? What is the balance? 4. Okay, the balance is 4. Now you want to use these 3 to write that mixed number. Okay, now you know you cannot change the denominator, so you have to write 5 as the denominator. Now this answer, this one gives the whole number. What is whole number? 2. What is the remainder? What is the balance? 4. This 4 we want to use as numerator. Are you clear, children? This remainder one we take as numerator. This answer we take as whole number. We cannot change the denominator. Denominator is same in the both the fraction. In the both the fraction have the same denominator. Answer we take as whole number and the remainder one we take as the numerator. I think you are very clear about this lesson. Are you clear? Okay. Now we are going to learn about comparisons of fractions. Now we are going to compare the fraction with same denominators. Comparison of fractions having same denominators. Okay, children. Now if I write like this, 3 out of 8 and 4 out of 8. 3 out of 8 and 4 out of 8. Now how can we compare these two fractions? Okay. First I'll take some circles to explain about these two fractions. It means this circle I have to divide into 4 8 equal parts. I have to divide it into 8 parts. And this one also I have to divide into 8 parts. Okay children, here 3 out of 8, it means out of these 8, 3 I have to color. No, I have to color 3 parts. And in here I have to color 4 parts. When we comparing these two, you can identify this is the larger one. Okay, now it means 4 out of 8 is larger than 3 out of 8. It means children, if we compare the fractions having same denominators, now you know denominators are same. So you have to check the numerator. The larger numerator gives the larger fraction. Are you clear? Okay, I'll take another example. 10 out of 3 and 10 out of 1. Okay, now both the fractions have same denominators. Okay, and that when we compare in numerators, 3 is bigger than 1. The bigger numerator gives the larger fraction. It means 3 out of 10 is bigger than 1 out of 10. I think you are very clear about this lesson. Okay children? Okay. Okay, I will do another one example. Okay. What do you think about these two fractions? 2 out of 5 and 3 out of 5. Same denominator. So you have to think about the numerators. Larger numerator gives the larger fraction. So 3 is bigger than 2, no? So 3 out of 5 is larger than 2 out of 5. Comparison of fractions having same numerators. Now if I write like this, can you understand this? 3 out of 4 and 3 out of 8. Okay, to explain this fraction, I will use circles. Okay children, now I want to divide this into 4 equal parts. This one I have to divide into 8 equal parts. Here I have to color 3 parts. From this shape. And here how many parts do I want to color? I want to color 3 parts from this shape also. Okay children. Now you have to compare these two. Now you can see. What can you see? Now this part has the larger one, no? Okay, it means this 3 out of 4 is larger than 3 out of 8. It means the smaller denominator gives the larger fraction. Okay children, small denominator gives the larger fraction. Are you clear? Okay, I'll take another example. Okay. When comparing 1 out of 7 and 1 out of 8, 1/7 or 1/8. Okay, now we have to compare that two, no? So what is the thing that you have to know? Always smaller denominator gives larger fraction. When we compare 7 and 8, what is the smaller one? 7 is the smaller number, no? So smaller denominator gives larger fraction. It means 1 out of 7 is bigger than 1 out of 8. Okay, now further comparisons of fractions. Now earlier we have discussed about the fraction with same denominators. After that we discussed about fraction with same numerators. But now we are going to talk about fraction with different denominators and different numerators. Okay, can you see these two fractions? 1 out of 3 and 3 out of 4. Now we are going to compare these two fractions. Okay, for that, how can we compare that? Okay, for that we need a common denominator. Without common denominator, it's difficult to compare. No? So, we have to find the LCM of these 3 and 4. To get the common number, we need LCM for that. LCM of 3 and we need that LCM of 3 and 4. What is the LCM of 3 and 4? I think already you know how to divide it, no? So, first you want to divide this one by 2. 4 divide 2 mean 2. Again we can divide this 2 by 2. 1 and 3 is remaining. After that we can use 3. 1, 1. After that you want to multiply these 3 together. 2 times 3. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 3, 12. Okay. It means what is the LCM of 3 and 12? What is the LCM of 3 and 4? The answer is 12. Okay. Now you want to convert this 3 into 12 and this 4 also we want to convert into 12. Now this 3 we want to convert into 12. No? It means we want to multiply this 3 by 4. And if we do something to the denominator, numerator also want to do the same thing. It means this 1 also want to multiply by 4. So what is the answer? 4 out of 12. After that 4 out of 3. Now this 4 want to convert into 12. It means this 4 want to multiply by 3. 4 times 3, 12. No? So if you multiply denominator by 3, numerator also want to multiply by 3. What is the answer then? 9. The answer is 9 out of 12. Now very easily we can compare these two fractions. Okay. Now the denominators are same. So you have to think about the numerator. Okay. This larger numerator gives the larger fraction. It means 3 out of 4 is the larger fraction. 3 out of 4 is larger than 1 out of